How on earth do you keep all your electronic devices charged on a multi-day backcountry bikepacking trip? Bikepacking used to be so simple. Grab a map, hop on your bike, and you're good to go. But nowadays, everything's battery powered. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I have no desire to go back to paper maps. But still, it is complicated trying to keep everything powered. You have your cycling computer, your GPS tracker, your helmet light, your handlebar light, your tail light, your phone, action cameras, other cameras. Heck, even my pump is battery powered these days. Keeping it all charged can be quite a challenge. Now, really, when it comes to powering your devices, you have three choices. A dynamo, which is pretty expensive, requires replacing your front wheel, and really doesn't work if you're riding single track or other slow things. You have solar, which really doesn't generate enough power to keep everything charged at all, except maybe in the most optimal conditions. And then you have a power bank. And a power bank, you need to find somewhere to put it. And that's where this video comes in. I'm going to review 3 innovative power banks that take up no space on your bike. How's that possible? Well, let's find out. First up, we have the most space-saving option on the list. This is the NRG power stem. The battery is inside the stem, so it takes up literally no space at all. The stem is 103 millimeters long, weighs roughly 240 grams, and features a 3500 milliamp hour battery inside. Under this little cover on the bottom, there's a USB-A port for charging all your devices, and then a mini USB port to charge the stem itself. That's right, it's a mini USB port, not a micro USB port. So it's fairly old school technology, still works great though. The cable uses this shroud, hood, not quite sure what to call it, but it's a USB-A cable that plugs into the stem, and then the other end plugs into your device. It includes a USB-C, micro USB, mini USB, and lightning cable. This shroud, when plugged in tightly, makes for a good watertight seal. Takes a little bit of finagling to get that plugged in right. It's not that hard, but it does take a little bit of work to make sure it's well seated. And once in, it's in. There's also a little clip on the front of the stem faceplate that you can use to attach the cable into to hold it tight and out of the way. This clip is completely optional and can be removed. But once hooked up, you can take the cable and plug it into your bike computer, your phone, whatever it is you want to charge. And now you need to turn on the stem. Plugging it in alone isn't enough. So let's turn that on. Starts out red, just to indicate it's turning on, and then I'll show you the battery level here. A neat little feature is as I press this, the brightness of that indicator light changes. So you can turn that down. So when you're riding at night, you can get a much dimmer light and not be blinded by it. The stem is only available from their website at 129 British pounds, or roughly 168 US dollars. I'll provide a link in the description below. If you remove the faceplate, you can see what's inside. The battery is encased in a little plastic shell with all the electronics inside. So the stem has no smarts to it at all. It's all encased in this handy little piece.